Hello guys, welcome to another P&M tour. Today we are right in the heart of Porto in Ribeira. It's the middle of January and it's super sunny, super hot outside, which is perfect because today we are going to show you a 2.3 million Airbnb/hostel that is for sale. It's already generating up to 18,000 a month, but before we go there, take a look at where we are. Okay guys, so you've seen the area, it's very beautiful, but now let's tour this property and meet its manager, André. Hi André.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
Oh good,
Thank you for receiving us.
It's a pleasure, please.
May we go in?
Yes, of course,
Okay.
be my guests.
So maybe we can go upstairs and have a little chat?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go. Okay, André, thank you very much for receiving us. Could you please talk to us a bit about this building? How many stories does it have? How many apartments? What type of apartments? How long have you owned it, for example? I think it could be some interesting information for potential investors.
Yes, of course. First of all, it's a pleasure to receive you here in this amazing building in the heart of Porto, in a place named Miragaia. Miragaia, the origin of the name, it means that we are seeing Gaia, the city on the opposite side of Douro.
Oh, okay.
We have this whole building that was completely renovated. The current owner bought it 2 years ago and did an amazing work to try to recover the most as he can from the original building with the materials, everything. We have 5 floors with 11 apartments and 1 loft, which is the ground floor that can be used not only as an apartment but also as a reception, a store, and we have 71s in three T2, meaning 2 bedrooms and 1 studio. So it's 11 plus the loft, 12.
Okay, so it could actually be more than this 11, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's interesting. And could you please show us one of these apartments, maybe?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, perfect.
So in all apartments we have an automatic system of check-in and check-out with key boxes.
Okay. Wow.
This is one of the 1-bedrooms apartments. This one is, all the apartments have sea view. This is the bathroom.
Okay.
Totally equipped with a washing machine, dishes machine, dryer as well.
Okay.
Here it's the...
So all of them have this included. Basically you could, if you wanted to come to Porto and live here for a week and wash your own clothes, cook your own food, all of that stuff, you could actually do it in
Exactly.
in
That's
okay.
the added value that we give to our clients, and a lot of people, they come here just for that purpose because we have fully equipped apartments. So we have some people that for one day they prefer to do the laundry, etc. here. As well, we have people that want to stay 1 month and they need these conditions, this kind of conditions, to live here with the kids or alone.
Okay, that's very interesting. Great. And it's actually, you know, I was thinking usually these types of apartments, they are quite small, but this is actually spacious for a for a T1 in a hostel, you know.
Exactly.
Usually hostels are a bit tight,
Yeah,
and not much privacy, but this is absolutely not the case in here. And you told me as well that there is river view on this side. I can see it from here, and maybe Alex, then you can show it on B-roll for sure. So very interesting, very interesting. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All the to be mentioned that all the apartments, they have a sofa bed as well, so we can have extra guests, for example, in case of having kids or having a bigger family, or to have guests, we can always open it and put like a bed.
But you told me that you also have 3 T2s?
3 T2s.
Okay,
exactly.
so in case of bigger families, they also have 2 rooms in those cases.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for showing us this apartment. So maybe now let's go upstairs to the terrace?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Please.
Thank you. Oh wow, this is such a nice place.
Indeed.
On the outside, so basically we are on the top floor right now, right?
Exactly, this is the top floor, so it's the floor where we have the two T2s and one T1,
Okay.
all with air conditioner. And this is the place where people like to enjoy their meals, the breakfast, the amazing sunsets that we have it here. We have a grill, a barbecue, and we have this kind of sauna with hot water and cold as well for the summer days.
Okay, this is very nice, very pleasant. Like this is basically kind of a small rooftop that we have in here. Can you please share your feedback regarding this area right now, Miragaia? Because it is my impression that for the last few years, it's been mostly Ribeira that has been renovating. But now we can see cranes all around this area and construction going on. So what do you feel?
I feel exactly what you are saying. In the past years, we see this trend of continuing investing in this area. All the buildings around are being either reconstructed or renovated. Here, for example, on the left, we have Alojamento Local as well with an AL working. In the right side, we have 5 buildings plus this one, so 6 buildings in total that are being completely reconstructed.
Yes, this one actually to the right side is being renovated, right?
At this moment is being reconstructed, this building, and we have 5 buildings plus that will start now to be reconstructed.
That's great, because basically the city is expanding outwards from Ribeira. I mean, back in the day it used to be all new buildings, then they kind of decayed and they started rebuilding Ribeira, but now they are moving to Miragaia because
exactly.
basically the search for Porto is so big, and the people that want to come and visit and get to know the city, that right now this focus area of Ribeira is basically starting to expand towards Miragaia, right? That's great. That's great. So I hear that you have a little place even above this rooftop that has an amazing view, that you can see the sea even from there, right?
It's the cherry on top.
Okay, let's go there then.
Let's go, exactly. Please, after you.
Thank you. What an amazing view, André. Right now we can see the Douro River, we can see Ouro and Foz down there, some boats going in front of us, and we also have this amazing building, which is Alfândega. And look, electric tram, old electric tram going by right now. But basically this big old building in front of us, it used to be the customs in Porto. So basically
all the goods that were entering in Porto passed by Alfândega.
Yes, so yet another historical place.
Yes, and the building was completely renovated, and now it's being used for events, parties, dinners, some festivals as well, and we have some expositions actually going on
and some conventions as well.
Yeah.
Right. So super interesting.
We can see also the church of Miragaia here. It's on the back.
Right.
But we can also see it from here.
No lack of churches in this town. Everywhere you can find a church.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So I would like to make you a few questions about this property as an investment. Is that okay for you?
Yes, of course.
Can we go into some details?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to ask you, basically, what are the investments, the investment potential and the possibilities that we have with this property?
I think in terms of potential, you have an amazing potential, because you can also rent it for long term. You can rent it for medium term, short term. In this investment, this building will continue to increase the value through time, because as we mentioned before, all these buildings are being renovated around, and we know that prices in Porto are being increased 20–30%.
I mean, even last year we have, as in real estate, of course, we have access to these numbers, and even last year the prices were raised throughout the country by about 11%. It was kind of a bad year because interest rates went up. So for sure, Porto city center is a place that's always going up in value. You were telling me some minutes ago that right now you're only on Airbnb, right?
Yes, that's the main potential with the building, is that at this moment we have we are only in the Airbnb. We started around June, last year with some of the apartments, in September fully with the 11 apartments with Airbnb. So we are working throughout this time exclusively with Airbnb.
Okay.
The potential is to put, for example, in other platforms like Booking, for example,
Okay.
where it will improve the percentage of people that are.
Okay, and what's
here.
right now you're only on Airbnb, and what's the occupancy rate right now?
In the summer it's 100%.
Okay.
Every
basically.
season, every single day we have apartments rented. We have smart prices, meaning that as soon as we have an empty room or an empty apartment for tomorrow, we will decrease a little bit the price so it's fulfilled.
Okay.
And we have 100% occupation rates throughout the winter. Throughout the winter, the occupation decreased a little bit, of course, around 70–80%. But now that we are more used to work in this region, we have now 100%, and we are in January.
For example,
so
today,
we have January, February, March,
it's
100% occupation rate, despite the fact that it's low season.
Yes.
The fact that we are in downtown, we are in an amazing spot with amazing views, all apartments with the river view.
Yes.
We have this.
And it's an area in expansion. It's not properly a finished area, let's say like Ribeira, where you basically most of the buildings are for tourism. Right now this is an area in expansion, as we mentioned before, and even so you are able in the low season to get full occupancy rate. So that's...
And don't forget that we just opened, like we have less than 1 year working with this building, meaning that only now we are receiving amazing reviews, and we are also having this into consideration to improve, so the guests can now see comments, rating, and they can now...
Basically you're starting to show up on SEO and all of that. Okay.
This will reflect also on the occupation rates.
Perfect. And what is the average cost per night? You were mentioning some minutes ago as well that
it depends on the season.
Yes.
So for example, for the summer we were charging around 120 euros per night. Depending, of course, if it's T1, T2, and on the winter we were charging around 70 euros per night. In terms of costs, right? It's a big question. We only have electricity and water. We don't have any gas here, and we have a cleaning company working with us closely, and they charge us around 20 euros the small apartment, the T1, and 30 euros the T2. So this, independently of being 1 night or 30 nights, we have these fixed costs per stay, not per night.
What about licensing? You need to have a license in order to be able to rent property as Airbnb or in Booking.
Yeah.
So does it have a monthly cost, or does it work?
No, we have already the license. So this was requested by the previous owner. And when he sold the company, he also sold the building. He also sold the company that has the license. So
it's associated to that company, so it needs to transfer not only the property, but the company.
Okay. Yeah. And it will be changed from name, so you don't need to request another license, neither to pay anything.
Okay.
And now the licenses are blocked, so you cannot request another license. So that's the beauty of this deal, is that you can have the full company, the building, and the business. So if tomorrow someone wants to buy, he can continue with the same reservations, with the same rating.
Yes.
So we are not selling a real estate, we are not selling a building, we are selling the business.
Okay, perfect. What about the audience that's coming right now? Where do they come from? What ages? Is it diverse?
Yeah, it's pretty diverse. So we have people from all over the world, from the US, from Canada, from Europe, from Africa. It has been amazing to meet so different people from different parts of the world.
I mean, I can imagine. Just now we saw some Asian people, and then after that we saw a guy from Senegal and a lady from France.
Yeah.
So I can imagine
how diverse it is indeed. But usually in Porto, what we have been seeing is that usually it's solo travelers or couples that stay here for around 3 nights. So they see for the city breaks, for the weekend, for example. But we have also around 30% of people that want to stay 1 week, for example, in Porto. And even some people that are passing by, they are doing road trips, for example, across the country. So they have 1-2 nights in Porto, they continue up or down, and they ask you for tips, not only from the city, but places to visit around the way to Lisbon, for example.
Perfect. So you have parking space around here as well?
Yeah, and it's free. On this street it's free, there it's paid.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can see you have a big parking lot down there, and it's probably paid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only for residents, I think, this one.
What about the public transportation? I mean, I know that those old electric trams that are very popular with tourists, they go from...
It's exclusively for tourists.
Basically.
I think you pay around €5 and you have this visit from Aliados, you were mentioning. You have also from Clérigos, and it goes until Foz.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if you want to go from this part of town and go watch the sea, for example, you can go for like €5, and it should take about...
You have the tram, which is the most expensive one, but we have also public transportation.
Bus?
Yeah, the bus, which is €1 and something, I think. And it's the 500, for example, that does this amazing trip around the city until São Bento, or you continue through the river until Foz, Matosinhos.
Yes.
And it's an amazing
I know that we can be sounding cheesy by saying amazing, but it really is amazing. I believe, Alex, you will shoot some B-roll of basically the river that winds down throughout the city until it gets to the sea. So it's very, very pretty, very scenic, this trip, for sure.
Indeed, and I did this.
I mean, I am lucky to do this every day, because I live in this part of town, and I go to Foz every day. So I am lucky enough to do this every day.
I did it yesterday, actually, the 500 bus that I was telling you about. I did it yesterday, and the view, it's stunning.
It's great, it's great.
It's amazing, yeah.
Okay, and I believe that's it. I believe that there are no more questions that we could make regarding the business side. If you're watching this and you're curious about knowing some more information about this business, or about this area in Porto, or about the property, don't hesitate to get in touch with us, either through our website, either in social media, or even give us a phone call. We are available 24/7 basically, and we are waiting for you.
With this amazing view.
Yeah, exactly. Bye bye.